Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Kira Anderson and I am a chronic severe migraine sufferer with a restored life. I am a Young Living executive by accident and a giver of hope by passion. If you have a story of chronic illness, I want to hear it. I want to listen. I want to come alongside you and join you on a journey to wellness. So last night I told my story of how sick I used to be, and but I didn't really give any clues to what it was that I did to help me get better. So today I'm just going to talk about the big categories of wellness that I addressed. I'm not going to talk about the details of I use this supplement or that. I am going to focus on the big picture here. So I have to start out with this. I believe in epigenetics. Epigenetics has been studied, I believe, since about the 1970s, and it is the discovery that biological mechanisms will switch our genes on and off. The idea that we are doomed to our genetic code is an idea that originates with the teachings of Charles Darwin, and in the 1970s, through this study of scientists, they started to discover that environmental factors actually can turn our genetic code on or off. Because, take for example, why is it that not every single person who worked in a shipyard ended up with mesothelioma? Has to do with the fact that in epigenetics, that code is being turned on or off. Hey Jen, how are you? Thanks so much for watching. And Susan, good morning. So I believe in epigenetics. Need to just start out right there. And because I believe in epigenetics, and I shouldn't say it as if it's like some sort of religion, it's up and coming science. If you're in the wellness industry, if you are studying the up and coming medical science, epigenetics says that our genes can be turned on and off based on environmental factors. As a matter of fact, the American Cancer Society says that only 10% of cancer is genetic. Only 10%. The rest is the result of environmental factors. So back to my story. Because I believe in epigenetics, I also believe that our bodies were created to heal themselves. If, big if, we give them the tools to do so. Okay, our cells completely regenerate themselves. I think it's like every 90 days. And to any nurse or whoever who's listening to me and I've got that wrong, please correct me in the comments. So sorry. But our body is completely regenerating itself all the time. However, we don't give it very good tools. That's correct, Susan. That is how you spell it. You can Google it. I got that definition right off of whatisepigenetics.com, and they've got all sorts of fun info there. So because I believe that our bodies were created to heal themselves if we give them the tools to do so, these categories of wellness, these are the tools in my backpack for my wellness journey. Many of these were added one at a time. I did not do all of these all at once, so please don't overwhelm yourself. That's why it's called a journey, and you do one little piece as you're mentally and emotionally ready, as your budget allows, whatever the reason. Let me real quickly say a word on cost here. I used to spend $10,000 a year minimum on hospital stays, and then another $2,000 to $4,000 a year on chiropractor, massage, physical therapy, and vitamins over and above that 10 grand of my insurance max out of pocket. So I was at $14,000, $15,000 a year minimum just to keep myself alive and miserable. All of this that I'm going to talk about here in these wellness categories cost me much less a year, and I haven't needed to be hospitalized since. So yes, getting well costs money, but it is also saving me money hand over fist. Good morning, Mrs. McKeever. How are you today? I hope you're having a good day. So I'm not a doctor. Nothing that I say has been evaluated by the FDA. This is my personal experience. I'm also going to share why I believe these things have worked for me. And this is simply the world according to Kira. You are an empowered individual. You know your body better than anyone else. Do your research, take ownership, dive in, and you will be amazed what your body can do for you. So, and these are in no particular order, okay? Remember, you decide the map for your journey and where you go first. I use essential oils daily. Like people should eat fruits and vegetables daily, I use essential oils daily. And I use them to target body systems, not treat symptoms. Very different. Western medicine treats symptoms. Functional medicine looks for the big picture and addresses body systems. You are going to need, if you want to use essential oils, you are going to need oils that aren't just pure, because every single bottle label says pure, even though that's not actually true. But they need to have the complete constituent profile, and the company should be able to provide you that profile and provide you the ORAC value per drop. And the ORAC, that's oxygen radical, oh boy, I don't remember the acronym. Look it up, ORAC. If you want to know more about quality and why the oils I use and the quality that I use, I believe it worked for me, you can go watch my video on my YouTube channel, reason number 1 that essential oils might not be working for you. That's the title, but I really talk about quality and everything that goes into that. Why do I believe essential oils work? Because if you understand the constituent profiles and what those constituents do, and the constituents have been studied, and there are thousands of studies on PubMed.gov about the constituents and their benefits to the body, and what they do is they give our bodies the tools it needs to heal itself on the cellular level. So they are giving tools so our body can heal on the cellular level. That matters, people. That's huge, okay? So essential oils, lots of them. Not just 2 to 4 drops in the diffuser every few days. Definitely more than that. Number 2, essential fatty acids are key. I personally think for everyone with chronic illness, typically with chronic illness is chronic inflammation. Essential fatty acids have been studied and shown over and over again to reduce inflammation in the body. Essential fatty acids are going to be your omegas. But please do not run out and buy a fish oil supplement from Walgreens. It's probably rancid. You need to buy a super high quality one. I would actually recommend one that's infused with essential oils, because that is going to help it get to your body faster, to have a greater effect. Let's see here. Antioxidants are key. If you don't know what antioxidants are, go Google and start to learn about it. Antioxidants neutralize free radicals. Free radicals mess up our cells, and they disrupt the recipes in our cells and make a mess out of them. The free radicals are a result of the toxins that are everywhere, whether it's you inhaling smog or drinking way too much alcohol or toxic cleaners. It's just everything. All the junk that's in the world that's giving us, loading our body with free radicals. Antioxidants neutralize them. They take them out of the game. Antioxidants in superfoods are more valuable to our bodies than those in non-superfoods. So just saying, well, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, that's not enough. Our body actually prefers them in superfoods. If you're buying an antioxidant supplement and they can't tell you the ORAC, it's not worth your money or the calories. I personally consume a minimum of 726 ORAC in a superfood supplement per day, and that doesn't count however much is in all the essential oils I use every day. Quality supplements. Your we cannot possibly, because of bad farming habits, the amount of pesticides that and herbicides and whatnot that are put on our foods, we cannot get enough nutrition and nutrients from our fruits and vegetables like our grandparents could 70 years ago. So I personally believe that supplementing is so important, especially if you're a person with chronic illness and you're using a lot of pharmaceuticals. Those pharmaceuticals are also harming your ability to absorb the nutrients from your food. Scurvy is actually coming back in the US. We have this problem with obesity and scurvy simultaneously, and the reason for that is we have all these calories and no nutrition. So getting quality nutrition is important. It needs to be, I believe, whole food source. It needs to be exclusively plant derived, have no synthetics, ideally essential oil infused, and have an absorption rate of 60 to 80%. If the brand you're buying can't guarantee an absorption rate of 60 to 80%, it's probably not worth your money. Don't bother. You should be getting 60 to 80. Toxin-free home, okay? You've got to reduce the free radicals, especially if you need pharmaceuticals to survive. Those are loading your body with toxins, and you need them, okay? I am not anti-pharmaceuticals, okay? And I'm not telling you to stop taking all of your meds, okay? But I am saying let's reduce every possible toxin that we can control easily, okay? So candles, plug-ins, your cleaners, your room fresheners, start to study up on the toxicity level in home cleaners and home products and whatnot. It's fascinating. You cannot go by a brand that you think has a clean label. You would be surprised how 7th generation method from Target, you name it, they don't test out that great at EWG.org, which would be the environmentalworkinggroup.org. Take your cleaners, punch them into their product evaluator. Every cleaner and product in my home has a 2 or less on their scale. Okay, if your products are rating higher, especially if you have chronic illness, I would really suggest finding something different. Make it your goal to have as few toxins as possible in your environment that you're living in. Then toxin-free body care. This is going to be your body wash, your lotion, your makeup, your toothpaste. Again, if it's not rated a 2 or less, don't buy it. It's not worth your money, especially if it's like a brand that says that they're clean. They are probably cleaner than the mainstream brands, and that's good. Kudos for them. I am thankful for that. But especially if you have chronic illness, make it your goal to buy as squeaky clean as you possibly can. Now let's dive into, you know how I said in my video yesterday that there are things I haven't tried yet? Okay, here's the things. Because wellness is a journey and it's ongoing. I have not done major detoxing. Detoxing is important. Essential oils help our bodies, give our bodies the tools to clean ourselves. So in that sense, they can support our body's natural detoxing process. So I'm getting that indirectly through essential oils, okay? But as far as like doing a detoxing of diet or that kind of thing, I haven't done a whole lot. I will say this, that I think that you should consider, especially if you take a lot of pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals are like alcohol in the sense that they're very hard for our liver to process. So you might want to really look at that. That is one detox that I have done multiple times, and it made a huge difference for me. I can't go into the details of the difference. If you want to meet with me, I'll tell you all the amazing details. but I haven't done any fancy detoxing diets or cleanses or things like that, and I'd like to dive into that. In my Sister's Private Wellness Facebook group, I talk about it. I've started to learn what to go into that and actually healthy cleansing. So if you want to learn about that, just in the comments, ask to be added to our group and you can be a guest. Emotional healing. I am excited to take Jason Sapp's class, like seminar, workshop, I guess you would call it, on emotional healing. If you want to hear his story, just go to YouTube and type in Jason Sapp, S-A-P-P, and you'll see a lot of videos of his story and what he does. I'd love to get a raindrop massage. That can be really amazing for emotional support for the body. And then diet. I would love to be able to eat completely organic and non-GMO. That's my dream. That's one of my goals. And that's something I'm working towards. I'd also like to try a modified keto diet and see what that does for me, whether it's for a short period of time or a long period of time. So those are the categories of wellness that I either address on a daily basis or that I have as goals for my personal wellness journey. One of the single most important things that you need is belief. Because we've all heard of the placebo effect. And that is that people can get the placebo pill and have the effect of the medication, the trial medication itself. Why is that? Because they are hoping and they want that result that badly. I did not start using essential oils with belief, and they worked anyways. I should say I didn't start this wellness journey with belief, but it worked anyways. That tells you how powerful these categories have been for me. The belief came as I started to see the effects on my body and the changes in my wellness. So there you go. Bunch of different categories. Pick one of them. Start today. You will just be amazed as long as you're consistent every single day and you don't give up. Because wellness is a journey. Why step off the path? Because the result, the end, is worth it. I hope that it helps you. I hope that inspires you. Do me a favor, if you would. Share this video. Like my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook and Insta stories. And tell your friends that you know this woman who used to have chronic severe migraine and she has a restored life. Because you never know whose life might be changed simply because you shared. Thanks so much. Have a great day.